What's good, guys? I just filmed a video about doing my EE, and I thought, like, while I'm sitting here doing nothing, I might as well film one for chemistry HL as well. So I got a 7 in Chem HL, about 86%. I think that one was for Chem. So, yeah, in my opinion, chemistry is not that easy of a subject. When I first joined in year 10, I was rocking like a 5 and then like a 6 for most of year 11, and then managed to start only really getting 7s in year 12. Um, so, yeah, these are a few tips for Chem HL and just like things that will help you study in general, but especially things I did for Chem. So, yeah, let's just get started. My number one hint is doing past papers. I understand that you guys are now in the new syllabus for Chem, so those won't be as abundant for you as they were for me, since I had like since 2016 and all the May and November and whatnot. But you guys still have the specimen papers, and also they make the early exams of the syllabus quite obvious. Like, you'll notice the 2016 ones, it's very in line with the syllabus. They don't pull out anything ambiguous. So with the specimen paper and the syllabus, you can almost predict the exams, because they usually are going to be the easy questions, especially in that first testing of the syllabus. They will not pull out something random like they do in those late years of the syllabus, because they've pretty much already asked everything. So you will have questions that you can expect, I reckon. So yeah, the first thing is make sure you've done your specimen papers. Make sure you've gone through those. Do it twice. I think you have a few. So, and you'll have the May ones too as well, right? So make sure you've done those May ones. That's just the first important tip. The second thing is, with those, I set up an Excel document on the past papers that I did, and tracked all the questions and the topics that I was struggling with, to make sure, because there's no better thing highlights what you need to work on than questions you get wrong. So yeah, okay. So that's the first thing, is do past papers, track the questions you got wrong, track what topics they're from, revise those topics. Okay, that's just obvious bottom line stuff. That this is just a drafted video I'll do. I'll remake all these properly with like screenshots of my notes and things like that, to like give more sound, solid advice. This is just kind of a speech, like, off the top of stuff I did in Chem, which was mostly past papers. Secondly, this isn't an ad, but use Gizmo for the syllabus points. Gizmo AI, you just chuck it in, and you quiz stuff. That's things for like definitions, like enthalpy of hydration, just random things like that. In exams, they'll just ask you to write a definition, or like, whatever. This will just make sure you really get those mark scheme points, because mark schemes can be ambiguous and just throw in random stuff. So if you've already memorized that definition through an app like Gizmo or a flashcard app, it doesn't have to be Gizmo. But you'll have a much easier time of just collecting those easy marks, and also save time on the exam, because if you need to think about those definition questions, you're wasting time, because no one thinks about the definition questions who's getting a 7. They just know the definitions and they write them down in seconds, okay? That's just how it is. The other thing is your textbook. People have mixed opinions about the textbook, but I think they're really valuable, especially the study guide. I rarely use the textbook, but I use the study guide quite a bit, because that cuts out all the random stuff. But what I did is, my notes, I always set up 3 squares at the top. 1 square was raw notes, 1 square was revised with textbook, and 1 square was flashcards. So how my raw notes works is that would come either from MSJ Chem, my tutor, the study guide. That would just be the notes that I took in order, with the syllabus points as the titles and things like that. Okay. Also, is just my opinion, I didn't like how the school taught Chem. The fact that we would have the SL topic, which was topic 6, and then the HL topic, which would be topic 16. And because I was in a HL class, they would teach these together with the topics in order. Okay, I know that worked for most people, but I just didn't like it because I liked my notes being in order of the syllabus, and that would throw off my order when they would reorder things to combine with topics that matched. Even though it is ideal, I just wasn't good enough at chem to follow the jumbled up order in my notes. I just wanted a rigid structure, so I applied one myself and just kind of did my own thing in chem class just to follow that order, which isn't something I recommend, but it is something that I did. So that is why, if you are going to follow that, which probably just follow your teacher because if you can get chem more naturally, but if you're really 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 struggling with chem, get yourself a tutor and do notes in your own order with this 3-square thing. Okay, so that was my raw notes. Okay, in order from my tutor, from the study guide, and not really from class. Class was only for questions because I just never understood what was going on. Then refined after raw notes, it was refined notes revised with textbook. So that was when I would go through the notes with a red pen and just add little details or little comments as I lined it up with the textbook. See, that's why I wanted it in order, because then I could refine my notes in order. So I would open the textbook next to my notes, and then I would, over the top with my red pen, I'd maybe little ticks if something was really good, little underlines, like a teacher marking your work, but it was me marking my notes with a textbook as if the textbook was the mark scheme. And then after I did that, I would take those marked notes with the red pen, the notes, everything was perfect in it. There were no flaws because the red pen picks up on any gaps in those notes. And then you take those notes and you chuck them in a flashcard app, and then you learn those flashcards. Okay? That's how I took notes for bio, chem, and business, and just got 7s in those. So for me, that note-taking method worked, and I think it's sometimes you see on like TikTok and reels and whatnot these crazy note-taking methods, like some square at the bottom, some like table, and everyone's just doing the most. I just can't do the most when it comes to like Notion. I tried Notion. Notion is just doing way too much. Like, just chill. Just like get yourself a notebook, or like I used a notebook for most of year 11. Then I got an iPad, so I just started using that, but like OneNote, so it was just like a piece of paper basically. Just don't do too much, because when you think about it, the stuff that you need to know is just the stuff that you need to know. Like, arranging it in some weird Notion isn't going to make it easier. I know people that use Notion and it worked mad well for them, so like if Notion works, I tried Notion, I used it for like 5 months, and then it just got way too hard. I spent more time worrying about the Notion and how my notes looked than actually the contents of my notes. So if you just keep it simple, 3-step, take the notes, revise the notes, flashcard the notes, all the notes are in a book or on your iPad. There's nothing more to that, right? 99% of the time is the notes rather than the making of them, which always seems to happen with these weird softwares that I've tried in the past. So yeah, that's note-taking for chem. Exam strategy for chem. This was really important for me, especially paper 1, which I used to score so badly when I started. I think in mocks I copped like a 38, 39 in paper 1, and I'm pretty similar for finals, but I haven't got my components back. But make sure with paper 1, again, this is the method, this is the trick. Okay, the first questions are always these kind of stoichiometry questions. Get those practiced. So, okay, even though the new syllabus is the new syllabus, I've looked at it and the structure's weird, but not much has changed, right? With stoichiometry, nothing has changed. Stoic is stoic. It's been like that for like 200 years or whatever. So just go search up topic 1 question bank. There's this website like Weebly, I don't know what it is. Anyway, it's just some PDF of like 70, 80 Stoic questions, just over and over again. Stoic is a methodology, right? Once you get that down, those questions in seconds, they're like definitions, because there's only so much you can do for Chem HL stoichiometry. Like there's so many rearrangements of like, those numbers that you can do. So it's just chill. Okay, like moles, mass over molar mass, like that. They just rearrange those formulas. So if you just hammer those questions, those 80 questions, stoic. Honestly, that was like 60% of my chem study was just topic 1. Because if you make that a subconscious motion, questions 1 to 5 of paper 1 are done in 5 minutes, right? Question 1 of paper 2 is done in 2 seconds. Spend all your time on stoichiometry until you get it. I was like I didn't do topic 9 or 10 a term until after my class had done it, right? I nearly I think I did fail that start of year 12 exam. Okay, it doesn't matter. I got a 7 in the end. Do not move on until you understand stoichiometry. I don't know what topic it is for you guys. For us, it was topic 1. Do not do anything until you could explain that to anyone. Until you're better than your teacher at stoichiometry, do not go and do another topic. Also, you need it for all the other topics, so you're just going to have a skewed understanding of everything else before you get that down. If you don't have it down, ignore what's going on in class. Stoichiometry practice, Khan Academy stoichiometry. Stoichiometry is in AP, but Chem, so it's in everything. So just know it, and you'll be chill. That's a key takeaway. What else is there to know? Yeah, so that's paper 1 strategy. Paper 1, usually I try and go through. I approach it the same as I do with my biology paper 1s. It's go through everything. Go through with a red pen. And then mark everything as if you were a teacher, and you'll pick up on errors. I use a red pen for everything. I use it for my notes. I use it for my exams, because it puts you in such a I'm marking my own work mindset. And the amount of times I've picked up on my own mistakes using a red pen. I mark my own exams in exam time, and imagine I was a teacher and I whisper as if I was teaching a class. Like, I don't whisper, I kind of mouth what I would be saying as I explained the question and I explained my students, but it's just me in my exam working, and I'll be like, oh, this is where he went wrong, even though it's just me to myself in the exam time with a red pen. But it does work really well. It does pick up on errors, and I think that would work for everyone. I've been trying to put you all on game with the red pen method. Other than that, they took away paper 3. They took away option. That was mad easy anyway, so you'll have nothing to worry about, but it's chill. So paper 2 is those long questions. All I can advise for you is specimen papers. People put on random worksheets from like AP Chem, Uni, on like Study Doc or whatever it's called. They just upload worksheets. Use those. Like topic 9, I don't know what it is for you guys. Like voltaic cells, galvanic cells and whatnot. That's all the same concept. That's the same. I used Khan Academy to learn that, right? So like, just because it's IB, it's still chemistry. So there's a multitude of practice. Okay, spend more time practicing something than you do learning it, because you learn it through practicing, right? Even try and watch just a quick YouTube video and then go into some hard practice problems and just try do it, and you'll learn through that. So the most important thing is past papers. Find practice worksheets, those Weebly ones, because you can do the past syllabus too. If there's something you really don't understand, it's probably niche to the old syllabus, but there's not that much that's niche. And be simple with your notes. Chem is there's a lot of kind of mathematics, like logical approach to things, not a whole lot of memorization like you do have with biology. So just be plain, be simple with your notes. Don't do the most. You can use colors if I use nice highlighters to make it more appealing, but don't make your notes mad weird, right? Keep it simple, keep it chill, and you'll be fine.